Okay, we are working on the red Big Ideas Record and Practice Journal today. Today we're working on 5.1. We're working on ratios and unit rates. And the very first one, it says write the ratio as a fraction in simplest terms. Well, let's just back up a step first. Let's make sure we know how to write the ratios correctly. So 8 to 14, that would be one way to write a ratio. Another way would look similar to a fraction, although we would still say it's 8 to 14. And then the final way would be 8 to 14 with a colon. Now, what this number one is asking us to do is we just want to make sure we're putting our ratio in simplest form. So we would just like to figure out that 8 and 14 both have 2 in common. So if I cut 8 in half and if I cut 14 in half, my ratio in simplest form would be 14 to 7. Now again, when we're dealing with ratios, we are talking about a part to part comparison. We are comparing one part to another. Unit rates. This is number 5 and 6 on 5.1 in your Record and Practice Journal. When we find the unit rates, we essentially are figuring out if we have 15 degrees in 2 hours, what would we end up with in 1 hour? So if the temperature changes 15 degrees in 2 hours, what did the temperature change in 1 hour? We are just simply going to divide 15 divided by 2, and we are going to get 7.5 degrees. Notice we have degrees on top of hours and then degrees on top of hours. And when we're finding the unit rate, we're going to have 1. It's like 1 hour, 1 mile, 1 meter. But when we're doing unit rates, we're comparing it to 1. For number 6, 183 miles in 3 hours. We want to find out how far we went in 1 hour, or what our mile per hour is. So again, we just divide 183 divided by 3, and we're going to get 61 miles, and that would be 61 miles per hour. That would be our unit rate. So this is Record and Practice Journal 5.1. We are just starting ratios and unit rates.